Indian-occupied Kashmir.
We have announced a new women and girls strategy from the Foreign Office.
Kashmiri women have been raped, killed, tortured, jailed, and they carry the burden of their men.
Human rights are indivisible. Human rights are important.
औरतों के आलमी दिन के मौके पर तहरीक-ए-कश्मीर बरतानिया के सदर राजा फ़हीम कियानी ने बरतानवी पार्लियामेंटेरियंस और कश्मीरी रहनुमाओं के हमरा बरतानवी वज़ीर आज़म हाउस 10 डाउनिंग स्ट्रीट लंदन में भारतीय मकबूजा कश्मीर में औरतों की हालत इज़ार पर एक पेटिशन जमा कराई। MP ताहिर अली ने बरतानवी वज़ीर आज़म से पार्लियामेंट के मेन सेशन में सवाल किया कि क्या बरतानवी वज़ीर आज़म कश्मीरी ख़वातीन की भारतीय अफवाज के हाथों असमत दरी जैसे वाक़यात के खिलाफ मोदी हुकूमत को जिम्मेदार ठहराकर उन कश्मीरी ख़वातीन के साथ इजहार यकजहती करेंगे।
Mr. Speaker, on International Women's Day, it is vital we talk about women in Indian-occupied Kashmir being subjected to domestic abuse, kidnapping, forced marriage and torture by the Prime Minister's Moody's extremist BJP-led government. Does the Prime Minister agree with me that the BJP government have exploited women through gender-based violence, and does he agree that the UK government should be standing in solidarity with Kashmiri women?
Speaker, this government has a proud record of standing up for women and girls across the world. We have led the way in preventing sexual violence in conflict, and we're taking a lead on ensuring tens of millions of girls receive the high quality education that they deserve in some of the poorest parts of the world. And just today we have announced a new women and girls strategy from the Foreign Office and backed that up with £200 million more to support women's health around the world, and that continues our leadership on this issue, which will remain the case.
बरतानवी मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट अफजल खान, जेस फिलिप्स, पॉल ब्रिस्टो, ताहिर अली, लॉर्ड कुर्बान हुसैन, मोहम्मद यासीन, साइम टैरी और दीगर कश्मीरी रहनुमाओं फहीम क्यानी, सदर तहरीक-ए-कश्मीर बरतानिया, काउंसलर मुहम्मद असलम, डेप्टी लीडर ल्यूटन कौंसल, रायला जावेद, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ एसोसिएशन ऑफ मुस्लिम लॉ हेयर्स UK, रेहाना अली, इंफॉर्मेशन सेक्रेटरी तहरीक-ए-कश्मीर बरतानिया, सबा चौधरी, तालिब इल्म रहनुमा ने एक पेटिशन के जरिए बरतानवी वज़ीर आज़म को कश्मीर पर भारतीय कब्जे के दौरान औरतों पर ढाए जाने वाले मजालिम से आगाह किया कि किस तरह भारतीय अफवाज रेप को औरतों के खिलाफ जंग के हथियार के तौर पर इस्तेमाल कर रही है। हजारों कश्मीरी औरतों के साथ असमत दरी जैसे वाक़यात रूनुमा होने के साथ उनको पाबंदे सलासल भी किया गया है, जबकि हजारों कश्मीरी खवातीन आधी बेवा की जिंदगी गुजार रही हैं, जिनको ये मालूम नहीं कि उनके खाविंद वफात पा चुके हैं या भारतीय जेलों में कैदोबंद की सऊबतों का सामना कर रहे हैं। भारतीय मजालिम की वजह से हजारों औरतें ज़हनी बीमारियों में मुब्तला हैं।
Kashmiri women carry the heaviest burden in the ongoing 7 decades conflict inflicted by the Indian military regime, who has been denying the right to self-determination of the people of state of Jammu and Kashmir. Kashmiri women have been raped, killed, tortured, jailed, and they carry the burden of their men also, who have been killed, jailed, or subjected to custodial disappearances. Today we urge the British government, you must voice concern over the plight of Kashmiri women and be their support.
Really important that we highlight the plight of Kashmiri women. You know, human rights are indivisible. Human rights are important, and day in, day out, I'm afraid, in Indian occupied Kashmir, we see human rights. We don't see human rights, quite frankly, and that's important. And on International Women's Day, as Jess says, it's often women who are the biggest victim of human rights violations, and we're here to make that point today.
And equally, I echo the words of my both colleagues here, what they've said. It's International Women's Day, and we know for the last 76 years, the women and sisters there have been suffering all sorts of abuses, and this human rights is international, really. Wherever there's abuse, we all have a responsibility, British government in particular, because the whole problem stems from the way the British India Raj ended, and to this day that has not been resolved. We have UN resolutions there as well. We have permanent members there. Millions of people also live here, and we want to see peace and prosperity in the whole region of South Asia.
On International Women's Day, we are here to present a petition to the Prime Minister to say that the situation in Kashmir is not changed a bit. The Kashmiri women has been facing brutalities, rape, their husbands and brothers and young male members have been taken away for torture, and they are behind bars for years and years. And whilst the Indian Army there deployed is protected under the Armed Forces Special Power Act, and nothing is done to those who are responsible for these actions, then we would ask the British government support the United Nations Commission for Human Rights for their free entry to investigate those violations of human rights.
Afzal Khan, Deputy Leader for Luton Borough Council. We're here today outside Downing Street to remind the UK government that women in Kashmir have been subject to some of the worst abuses of human rights. They have every right, like any other human being and any other woman around the world, to live in peace and freedom. That freedom has been taken away by the Indian government, and we want the UK government to exercise its powers to make sure that those abuses stop and the Kashmiris get their right of self-determination.
My name is Rayla Javed. I'm Vice President of the Association of Muslim Lawyers. Lift the blockade, India. If you've got nothing to hide and there's no abuse going on within Kashmir, then lift the blockade. Allow people to come in and see how the Kashmiris are living. The abuses, the rapes that's going on, we want to see it. We want we know it's going on. The evidence has come through. That's why we filed a petition today, and we want to see. We want the world to see what is going on. The issue needs to be brought to the front. India can no longer keep hiding.
I'm Rehana Ali, and I'm the Information Secretary for Tehreek-e-Kashmir. I'm here today to hand in the petition with Tehreek-e-Kashmir and the parliamentarians. And the reason why we are actually here today is International Women's Day, but the Kashmiri women have no right. All the women in the world are enjoying International Women's Day under Article 1, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. All humans are born free and equal in dignity, but the Kashmiri women don't have any rights, and their rights have been taken away under the illegal law called Armed Forces Special Powers Act. And I actually request the government to urge India once again to remove this law. This law is a rape law and it's called License to Kill. And today I give it the name of Indian shame law, because it has shamed the women in the world with this law, because so many women are being raped and abducted from all ages.
कश्मीर पेटिशन में बरतानवी वजीर आजम ऋषि सोनाक से मुतालबा किया गया है कि वो भारतीय मकबूजा कश्मीर की औरतों के हक में आवाज़ बुलंद करें और मजलूम कश्मीरी औरतों की माली मुआवनत और इलाज के लिए बरतानवी रिफाई इदारे को भारतीय मकबूजा कश्मीर में बराह रास्त रसाई देने के लिए भारतीय हुकूमत पर दबाव डालें और कश्मीरी खवातीन के हुकूक को इंसानी हुकूक ही समझा जाए।